Hello, this is my Bella reaction review talk on episode 4 of Bella. So at the end of episode 3, Carlton was pissed off because they both had a sports game in their reflective sports, and the family was supposed to split the time between both of them. They just watched Will at basketball and that were it, and obviously Carlton was quite pissed. And they just seem to completely gloss over that in this episode for some reason. I don't know if something was left on the editing room or what, but it's never issued. It's not brought up as to why that happened. So we find out that the guy that's after Will knows he's in Bel Air because obviously Will's on fucking Instagram. Ain't he? He's fucking showing himself off here, there, and everywhere. So obviously this guy's found him, or knows his approximate location. So he gets a warning, and he goes to see Uncle Phil, but it's Jeffrey, bad man Jeffrey, and he knows why Will's there, and he says he'll handle it. Don't know hints of how, but he just says, I'll sort it. This episode is primarily focused on Uncle Phil doing a promotional campaign for his run for DA. And he's asked some difficult questions, which we'll get to. But it just seems to be that Will knows how to speak to people and Carlton doesn't. That's what we get from this episode. Because all hoods are the same, according to Will. But they only seem to concern themselves with black neighbourhoods. I know he's trying to get the black vote, but surely he should be going after everyone's vote just to increase his. Oh, for fuck's sake, Alfie. Since his surgery, he won't leave me alone and let me do a bloody video. So we have it where Will is, he's able to talk to people, he brings them round. And throughout it all, he invites people to this big gathering that they're having, which was originally just for donors. So a lot of the questions asked there are about specific American things, so I can't comment on it. It's to do with gang violence, something to do with sentencing for gang members, even if it's not a non-violent offence. So I can't speak much to that, obviously, because I'm not American. So, but it goes full black BLM. It goes full BLM mode, despite the fact that the chief of police in this show is a black man. He doesn't seem to get he doesn't get a word in edgeways to defend his force. All we get is defund the police and divert money to elsewhere. But what I don't understand is this show was written and directed last year. Written and made last year. So we're already a year into all the BLM riots and some of the defunding in different states. And you can see, on the news that murders have shot up in the states where they have defunded the police. Gang violence has escalated. So I'm not sure why they put that in. Like I said, it challenges Phil on some very, black-orientated issues. But what it fails to do, again, that's for 4 episodes now. All right, you're going to climb over me. There's nowhere for you to go. What it fails to do now for 4 episodes is to highlight the question of black-on-black violence. Come here, let me put you down. 1 minute, people. Say bye, Alfie. See his foot? Red. I'd much sooner it had been blue for Oldham, but, they put red on. So, once again, they failed to deal with the black-on-black violence, and this is the whole reason why this show exists is because of black on black violence. But they don't tackle it. They refuse to tackle it. And until they start asking the difficult questions of why young black men, and it seems to be wherever they are in the world right now, why young black men are so easy and eager to kill other black men, until that difficult question is answered, it's going to keep going, regardless of any other social economic impact that you might create. Right? And I know I can't say shit, right? I'm not black and I'm not American. But I grew up on the poorest estate in my town, one of the poorest towns in England. So, I do know what it's like to fucking have, not have not have a fucking pot to piss in. I do know what it's like, to struggle financially with money. My parents did it. They struggled and we never went without. We might not have fucking got everything when we wanted it, but Christmas and birthdays, you can guarantee they'd find a way to make it happen. The whole show, this show is taking away people's responsibility. It's always the police's fault. In this TV show, Will finds out that Lisa's dad is a copper, and Will has these flashbacks to when he gets arrested. And it's traumatic, and it's this, and it's that, but it's his own fault he gets fucking arrested.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
He fires a fucking pistol. But the show doesn't fucking deal with the fact of that. The show doesn't make Will accept responsibility for his actions. So we find out. Come here. Come on. Bloody hell. Soppy bastard he is, aren't you? We find out that Uncle Phil has paid off the bad guy. He gives him 10 grand to, piss off and leave Will alone. Alright, I love you too, boy. Alright? So he gives him and obviously it doesn't work. And like I said it before, the whole catalyst of this show is black on black violence. And we later find out at the end that, he's dead. The guy who's been after Will is apparently dead. And we end the scene where Will is trying to put the pieces together of how it happens. And it's not stated that it's Jeffrey, although Jeffrey does seem to have some connections with some bad people. Or if it's Uncle Phil either. But it's heavily, heavily implied and hinted at this moment in episode 4 that Jeffrey has, paid somebody to bump this guy off. And it just, you see what I'm saying? It's no one's accepting responsibility. I know if Will goes back, he gets killed. That's bad, and we know that. But they're going down a very, very, well, it started off in a dark place, this show. And I swear he does try to be a good Will Smith. He just, I grew up watching that show, and he just doesn't pull it off for me. And the fact that the show keeps dancing around the issues that need to be questioned is another reason why I think it's failing. It's more virtue signalling. It's asking questions but not giving any answers. If this is truly, aimed at black people and it's written by black people and all this and that, then why isn't it addressing it properly? Like I said at the end of my last video about it, it's trying to be many things, but one thing it isn't is funny, and that still remains the same. I don't even think I chuckled once. This is very much a drama rather than even a situational comedy. In sitcoms, the original, like I said, made it work where it could be both funny and dramatic. This just goes for, drama. Anyway, that's it from me and Alfie. I will see you again. Ta-da. Find me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and TwitTwat under the handle at Out Nerdy. Anyway, bye for now.